When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas A&M's offense has the ball first today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Will Forward. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have the big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. He might want another play. They'll toss it to the left. Looking for room at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hooks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Try to get it to the edge. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent. So that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic. And
turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's sprinted. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And to get rid of it quickly.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they
can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start. one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Finds a little space. Makes it past the marker. Right down the gut of the field. Past the 30. Inside the touchdown, Bama! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 7 over Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Wilfork. Takes the easy one to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Whitted. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Complete downfield. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's hooked. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. This is a designed run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He's up to 113 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Pocket breaking down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding.
Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Handoff to the lone back. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Whitted. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Wants to throw. It's Wilfork. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's got it. Makes a move. Ball spins away. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss sweep to the right. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They'll give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to USC. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to pass, it's Wilfork. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Wants to go up top. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Finds us back in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. There he goes. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 spot.
Going to the running game. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Harris. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw
touchdown, Bama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Quitted. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our half.
Seat there in College Station for a fun singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football, racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package, and if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Aggies will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Here's the handoff. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. Was like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Quickly complete. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The give from the gun. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Polly.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these win.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all... been intrigue about this one. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 13 to Miami. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Webb. And his first throw here is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Now, fourth down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Harris.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Bully ball on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To throw, it's Webb. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller has done.
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Working that left side now. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws for the tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to throw, it's Webb. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Come on, get it together.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Let's see what he can do with it. Made a defender miss. Returns like that are why you don't. For the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O.
Out 55 weak.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Come on, set.
They'll run it from the gun. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to...
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to the big tight end. Already find a hole in that secondary. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Rides the back and leaves it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
In these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Webb. He's got him. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Tootin. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The give as they work on that clock. At the 45, on its way. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the back.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling. Everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's not going to make it to the sticks. And what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.